I want to thank you for taking this step into improving your circumstances and meeting with me here. You're not really meeting with me here, but in hearing what I've got to say, and then we'll see if we're going to meet. Most people never get this far. They shut it off before they ever. I don't know. I think people they're a little afraid. Thanks for not being afraid. I have your information, and I'll be reviewing that along with the time slots that you've chosen to meet with me. I'm going to send you a confirmation email with a confirmation of the time if I think we can work well together, and if I don't think we can at this time, I'll let you know that too. But that doesn't mean that later might not be a better time for us both. I just want to give you a little bit of background about me. I was born and raised in California, but relocated to northern Idaho about 15 years ago. I was always that kid and adult that didn't really like authority figures. It's not a good way to live, but some of us are just like that. I've always been the one that worked in corporate, but I wanted that promotion. I wanted management, and then I wanted upper management. And then, the life was to be the CEO, which I was never going to be the CEO. But that thought was always there, that I could get there. I wanted to be able to implement my own ideas on how to make that company better and run better. And so I was just the one that was always there. I gave it my all. I worked my tail off. I came in early. I stayed late. I volunteered to do everything. I made sure I got along with everybody. I played the office politics to a T. And the benefit of that, I had to beg for every raise I ever got. And at one of those meetings with my boss, we'd gone over to a little diner across the street from the office, and there I was extolling the virtues of what I had brought to this company and why I deserved a decent raise. And he looked at me and said, "You see that glass of water? Put your finger in it." So I did. He says, "Now pull it out." I pulled it out. He said, "Did you see how fast that hole closed? That's how quickly you can be replaced." And I was literally devastated. It was just such a horrible feeling to realize that I had no value to them. I could be replaced that fast. And everything I had done up to that point, yeah, good job, pat on the back, but what have you done for me today? And that's how quickly we can replace you. So, of course, I had to work, so I stayed, and a few years later, my husband left me with two little kids, and then I was at a position where I didn't have enough income to pay the mortgage. I couldn't pay the bills, I couldn't make the car payment, I couldn't pay the kids' daycare expenses. I was really in a bad place. Let's just put it that way. I couldn't even feed my kids. And we were in a bad position. A few years later, I remarried. I had two more children, but I was able to stay home at that point for a while. And then my husband was downsized out of 3 jobs. So that wasn't working either. And I realized at that point I needed my own business. I needed to be in control of my income, our financial state, and I just had to be able to control what was coming in so that we knew what was going out. So I started a home daycare business, which it was great for a while. It really was. I loved it. I love children. The bad part of that is that I was still tied to corporate America, because everybody that was bringing their children to me worked in corporate America. So they were on the 6 to 3 p.m. shift, or the 5 to 6, or the 9 to 5, or whatever shift it was. I had their kids, and I was open from 6 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. And this was not quite what I'd had in mind. I made decent money. We didn't have to worry about feeding children anymore, but I wasn't spending any time with my kids. And I wasn't able to take a vacation because trying to coordinate with 6 or 7 parents, what's the best time we can all take a vacation together so that your children don't need care and I get to be gone, it didn't really work. So I started researching other opportunities and looking for a home-based business where I could set my own hours. I could come and go as I pleased. If one of my kids needed to go to the doctor, I could take him to the doctor. If another child had a school play, I could go to the school play. And yet I could make good money. So I wanted to work part-time and make good money. I think that's what we all want. And it's not all that easy to achieve, but I found it. And now I make decent money. I work with wonderful, wonderful people. People that are as excited about my success as they are their own. And they want to see me succeed. It is some of the best people I have ever worked with in any job, and I am grateful for every single one of them. I'm grateful for their support because right now my life is taking another tough turn. Over the past 6 years, my husband and I adopted 4 little girls, and all of them have special needs of some sort. And last year, my husband was diagnosed with a terminal illness. And we have no idea how much time he has left, how much we just don't know. And as terrifying and terrible as that is for us, at least I know we're not going to worry about the mortgage, and we're not going to worry about the car payment, and we're not going to worry about putting food on the table. Right now, we have the opportunity to focus on what time we have and make memories and make sure that we enjoy the time we have left. I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I have 8 children, 4 of which are still home. We live with a couple of dogs that think they own my house. I love to cook. I love to garden when it's warm outside. And I have a real passion for health and wellness. I like to know and what's going to make us healthy and keep us well. So I'm really looking forward to connecting with you and helping you make the jump from punching the time clock for peanuts and having your own business and taking control of your life, your income, and your time. It doesn't happen overnight, but if you have the desire, we can work together and get this happening for you.